Hello, and welcome to Star Wars Real Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon. I know this is a subject that has been discussed at length already on YouTube by other Star Wars creators, but I just finished it today and I wanted to weigh in with my 2 cents. I remember when the show was being aired on TV as a kid, but I never watched it. When I was a kid, my holier-than-thou attitude snobbed off the show because I thought the art style looked dumb and was way worse than the original live action, so yeah, I missed the boat on that by, about 18 years now? Anyway, I'm not going to break down the whole thing and spoil it for you because I genuinely think that you should go watch it. A surprising amount of the Star Wars community hasn't actually seen it yet. I've been meaning to watch it for years now and just kept putting it off until the Disney Plus announcement, and then I was like, okay, let's do this, and I'm glad I did. It's honestly pretty amazing. It's animated by the same creator who made the Samurai Jack cartoon and various other cartoons. The cartoon style of animation lends itself well to the Star Wars format and allows us to see the Star Wars universe in a way that we're not used to. A lot of fast-paced, non-stop action. It was originally supposed to be mini bite-sized TV episodes to create hype for Revenge of the Sith. So it's not very long. It's only 2 hours of total content, but it's like straight action the whole way through. It follows multiple storylines of different characters and shows us a lot of different sides of the Clone Wars. Something I wasn't expecting was that the voice actors are a lot of the same voice actors from the Clone Wars animated series. In fact, the show is probably where they got their start as Star Wars voice actors. So now that my little synopsis is out of the way, I wanted to talk about some things I really liked about it. The show did a really excellent job at bridging the gap between episode 2 and 3. It actually overlaps with the Clone Wars animated series in a really cool way, beginning with the start of the Clone Wars and ending with the Separatist attack on Coruscant.
The city is under attack!
Defend the city, we must!
We get to see Anakin get dubbed as a Jedi Knight, and even some early foreshadowing of him becoming Darth Vader. They even snuck in some voice lines of Anakin that Vader also uses later in the OT.
I have you now. Impressive. Most impressive.
Which is really cool if you think about it, the fact that Vader's catchphrases are one of the few parts of Anakin that actually survives his transformation. And while we're talking about Anakin, I love that the show gave us his final Jedi trial and showed him using the Force through his arm after his robot arm was straight up gone. And what's always a treat for me is seeing Anakin and Obi-Wan engage in more one-on-one scenes with their usual arguments, banter, and humor.
What now?
We swim.
I knew you were going to say that.
Some other things I wasn't expecting was the introduction of Asajj Ventress and General Grievous as villains. There were also a bunch of little things that were just really neat, like showing us that C-3PO got his gold upgrade, or Anakin putting his black glove on for the first time. A lot of little Easter eggs that I think you'll enjoy along the way. And I'm sure, as you've heard before, General Grievous and Mace Windu are reason alone to watch this show. Mace Windu is a straight up animal, fighting droids with his bare hands and ship surfing on a vulture droid. Grievous is pretty badass in this show, and we get to see him mercilessly kill a ton of Jedi. We also get to see him training with Dooku, which I thought was really cool. And we get to see how he captured Palpatine to set up the rescue in the beginning of Star Wars Episode 3. Perhaps my favorite moment of the entire show was learning how Grievous got his breathing problems. Mace Windu freaking force crushes his torso, and it's so brutal that I almost feel bad for the guy. Some other notes before I wrap up this video is I love the way that it smoothly transitions from Attack of the Clones aesthetic to Revenge of the Sith aesthetic, in a way very similar to the animated series. Despite it being a cartoon, it had a lot of moments of genuine tension, humor, and even sadness. It really was incredible how much they were able to do with so little time. The music, as is the case with pretty much all Star Wars media, is amazing. It uses a lot of the classic music from the movies, as well as some new soundtracks that were really well done. And hey, I loved the General Grievous soundtrack from Revenge of the Sith, but the theme from this cartoon is straight up amazing. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say for this video. I could have gone even longer talking about it and all the things I liked about it, but I don't want to spoil any more for you than I already have. And it's only 2 hours, guys. Like, most of you committed to 7 seasons of the animated series. This time commitment is a cakewalk in comparison to that gauntlet. And one last point, I don't even have this in my notes, I just want to talk about it now, is the fact that a lot of you are wondering, like, should I bother watching that if we have the Clone Wars animated series? Is it the same? Like, don't they both serve the same purpose as bridging episode 2 and 3? And I'm going to say, yes, they are that, but they both do it in a very different way. And the Clone Wars cartoon shows more of the early stages of Anakin when he's still a Padawan and becoming a Jedi Knight. And there's just equal amount of amazing and fulfilling content in that time as there is in the Clone Wars animated series. And though it bridges the two movies in a lot shorter of a time span, it does it in a different way, and I think it's still worth checking out. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. May the Force be with you.